Hello there, welcome. My name is Offense Rampa and welcome to Offense Rampa Seminars. Today I would love to talk about habits. What is a habit? A habit is a thing that you do every day. When you wake up, you automatically get dressed. It's a habit. You've learned since you were a child that I need to dress. When you wake up, you bath, it's automatically. You brush your teeth, you put on some body lotions. That all those things are automatically. So a habit is something that you do every day without thinking about it. When you drive a car, it's a habit if you're used to it. It's automatically. You can drive a car and while your mind is somewhere else, or maybe while you are busy holding your phone right there, or while you're talking to somebody, the way you move is it's habit. It's something that you do without thinking of. It's a habit. Habit is things that you do repeatedly every day. So when we say build a new habit, we mean do something different every day. If we say and we talk to you and you say, Holy, you don't know how to read books, you are not used to reading books. We say, okay, come to personal development. We will teach you the habit of reading books. So the habit might be, okay, you know what? Habit takes 21 days to establish. Anything that you do for the next 21 days, it will be embedded in your subconscious mind, in your mind, and it will become a habit. It takes 21 days. If you do a thing repeatedly for the next 21 days, it will be embedded in your subconscious mind, and it will be what we call a habit. So if you're not used to reading books, we say, okay, form a new habit of reading books. Read a book for the next 21 days every day. Don't skip a day. Read it every day, that particular book, for the next 21 days, and you will see after 21 days it will become easier for you. You will not need to think, before 21 days, it will be hard for you to read, but that's why you have to push yourself that every day for the next 21 days, I want to read a book. And then after 21 days, you will see it will become normal. You will just be sitting there and a thought comes to you, oh, let me read a book. You will want to read because you would have developed a habit. Same as if you want to exercise and maybe you want to have a nice body. You have to exercise every single day, form a new habit. If somebody wants to stop smoking, they have to not smoke for the next 21 days to form that habit. The first few days are going to be hard. That's why it's hard to form a habit. The first few days are going to be hard, but then as the day goes, you go to day 21, it's going to be easy from there. So we say many people have habits that are not good, that are bad, especially thinking patterns of habits. They are not thinking positive thoughts. So we say form new thoughts. In order for you to think positive thoughts, you have to read positive books for the next 21 days. And after there, you will see it will be easier for you to make new habits and build habits that are right, because habits are permanent. Habits can break you or they can make you. A habit is really permanent. Me too. Before I came to personal development, I never knew how to read books. I knew how to read, but I never loved reading books. My mentor told me, you have to read for the next 21 days every day. It was hard. I had things to do. I was tired, especially if you're going to work. You have to come back and read a book. It was very boring. But I did as I was told. I never believed what he said, but I did as I was told. My mentor said, you know what, don't believe me, just do it. So sometimes you do not need to believe, you just need to do. Habits are permanent. It's what can break you or can make you. Habits, form new habits and form good habits. So I want to talk about drifting, I want to link the idea of drifting with the habit. Many people have no definiteness of purpose in their lives, and so they don't know what it is that they want to do with their lives. They are just drifting. Have you seen a car when it drifts right there in movies and it drifts? You just drift. You don't want any suggestions coming from anywhere. People telling you do this, don't do that, and when you listen, you do this, because it's like you are an animal. You don't know what is your direction. You need to develop definiteness of purpose, and don't be a drifter. Henry Ford is a success because he never drifted on any subject. You need not drift. You need not talk about every subject that's on earth. No, what's important is your definiteness of purpose and your focus on that definiteness of purpose. You need to realize that life is short and you can't keep on complaining. You can't keep on doing negative habits, okay? You need to learn not to drift. And how do you learn not to drift? It's by you setting a desire, saying, you know what? I'd love to have this and that and that. And then there's nothing, I won't limit my mind. There's no such thing as impossible. No such thing as impossible, and I won't limit my, and I won't drift. Let us not drift, people. That's why you need to form new habits and focus all of your emotions, all of your desires upon that particular goal. It doesn't matter what the world is saying. What matters is inside. And also when forming what you call a definiteness of purpose, you need to realize that we need to also learn from defeat. Learning from defeat is something that is very essential. Learning from defeat. You will fail many times, and you will also be successful many times. The thing is, when people fail many times, they give up, so they don't learn from defeat. But when you fail a lot of time and you have that right mindset that, when I fail here, there's always a seed of an equivalent benefit in my failure. A seed of an equivalent benefit in my failure. I am going to learn something from this defeat. Check out all the people that are successful in this world. They'll tell you their success amounts to how many times they failed. If they failed little, they're going to be successful little. But if they failed a lot of times, they're going to be hugely successful. Why? Because of all the lessons that they've learned from failing. So failure is a blessing in disguise, because here's a statement: every failure brings with it an equivalent and a seed of equivalent of success. Every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success. So what are you going to do with that seed? What are you going to do with that seed? That seed is for you to learn. Maybe your plans are wrong. Maybe just fall in love with failing. Try. At least failing shows that at least you are trying. At least you are doing something. That's what failure does. It shows that you are doing something. This is the law of success. These are the laws of success. There are 17 principles in order for you to be successful that you need to learn about. And the majority of people don't know this because the media, the news, they don't display this kind of information. But instead, the kind of information that is displayed every day to us, it's wrong kind of information. This is what we call force feed. They force feed us information that does not work for us. That's why I decided to start this channel, in order to teach people this kind of information so that they can grow from these lessons and learn and listen to these ideas. Learning from defeat, it's a nice thing. I've failed many times and I'm still learning even today, because every defeat is a blessing in disguise. How many people have learned from defeat? So you need to also cultivate a definiteness of purpose. What is it that drives you? What do you want to achieve? God gave you a mind. He gave you a mind so that you can plan what is it that you want. Don't think that whatever you want is far away. When you know the law of attraction, you know that you will attract whatever it is that you want. You just need to believe that you will attract, and plan. There's nothing wrong with planning and failing. Many people think that whatever they want, they won't achieve them. That is a wrong thought. Those are wrong types of habits. Think correct thoughts that you can achieve whatever it is. Even if you want R1 million today, you will get it. You just need to attract and believe and have faith. What's the purpose of faith if you will not use faith? And also, in you planning for your mastermind, in you planning for your definiteness of purpose, and learning also from the defeats that you will encounter, you need to also form a mastermind principle. What is a mastermind principle? A mastermind principle comes from the idea that you need not work alone. We've been taught in a way, whatever it is that we want to do, we must work alone. Whatever the success I want to do, I want to work alone. I want myself to have it all. No. You can't work alone. You need to work with other people. Outsource the idea. Work with other people. That's why today there's big shops like ShopRite. Anyone who wants to own a franchise and has land can go and speak to people with ShopRite, and they can expand. ShopRite is not owned by one person. It's a mastermind. In order to grow, you need to work with more and more people. So you do not work alone. Whatever you are doing, outsource it. Work with somebody else. Work with people you trust. Work with people who can do what you cannot do. And so in that, you guys strengthen each other. Mastermind Alliance is that if you say, I don't want my friend to do what I'm doing, that means you have the idea that there is a lack of success. You think your friend will take all the money in the world, and that is not true. There's enough money for everyone. I know today the news, they show a shortage of money. There's no money, there's no this and this and that. But that is all a lie. The truth is, there's no such thing as unemployment, because you can employ yourself. So let your friend do what you do so that you guys can grow and can brainstorm more ideas. You need people who are holding you, people you can trust in your mastermind alliance. And don't let anyone to enter your mastermind. You need people that you can trust, people that you can rely on. You need to have rules and ground rules, people who have loyalty. Work with people. Do not work alone. Work with somebody else that shares your ideas. Even the greatest people on earth, the greatest companies that you see, it's not only one person, it's a group of people coming together. Ideas are the cornerstone of everything. One idea can change your life. That's true. One idea can change your life. And also, you need to be self-reliant. Rely on yourself. God is there and God is there for you, but you need to rely on yourself. God gave you the ability to think for yourself. You need to have self-discipline. You need to rely on yourself. Believe that you can do it. Believe in the laws of success. These are the laws of success. What's the purpose of having a mastermind alliance and a definiteness of purpose? Because you want to believe in yourself. You want to rely on yourself. And also you want to have a positive mental attitude, a PMA. There's a lot of things that I've stopped doing because of positive mental attitude. People may call you soft, may call you that you have changed and whatever, but you understand that it is not about the outside world, but rather it's always about the inside world. What is happening on the inside? So this is why I talk about a positive mental attitude. You need to have that mental attitude of positiveness. You need not to be found wherever there's a fight. You need not to be found you talking about somebody negative. No. You need to have a positive mental attitude so that when somebody sees you, he can think, oh, you know what, this person, I can work with him because he has a positive mental attitude. He has what we call an attractive personality, people. I endorse an attractive personality. You'll never find me arguing or fighting with anyone because I've made it a point for myself to cultivate an attractive personality. I'm always smiling, whether you say good, whether you say bad, because I know whatever that is happening is always happening inside. A positive mental attitude. Always be positive. Always be positive. Always be positive. So there are only two facets that I always talk about. Number one, it's that. Is what you guys are talking about, is it positive or is it negative? If it's negative, it feels wrong. If it's positive, it feels right. So always say to other people, you know what, there's a positive thing we can talk about. There's a positive way we can look around this idea. There's always something positive. And that's what you want to do. You want to always stay on the positive side of the idea.